is Jane and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to bring you along in my journey of making a pair of socks for my dad. I've been knitting for quite some time now and I've never actually made him anything, and his birthday is coming up. I was planning on making him a pair of socks, but it ended up being a little too small, so I ended up wearing it for myself. The socks that I made originally was just a plain vanilla socks, and I've been getting a lot of wear out of it. But now I am going to make something that's not too vanilla, and I am planning on making it with 100% wool, which I know is probably not such a great idea. I just want it to be comfortable. The one that I made for myself was from Ice Yarn. It was 75% wool and 25% polyamide, I think. It gets a little bit scratchy. I just want this pair that I am gifting to my dad to be a lot more comfortable. So I'm planning on using these yarn. Okay, the yarn is actually very thin. This is the strand of the main yarn. It's similar to a light fingering weight yarn, and this is the one that I am holding it with. This is the more structured one. It is a little bit more sturdy than the main yarn, so I'm hoping that this will solve the problem with it being worn out like quickly. So I have been knitting this sock for my dad for a whole day, and it is not going as fast as I hoped it will because I am not following any pattern. I am creating this like purely based on my imagination. This is a 3-1 rib. Yeah, so I've gotten to the heel flap, heel turn, and I have finished decreasing this part. I also put the initials of my dad. Don't know if you can see it, but yeah. My dad's birthday is in 3 days. I also calculated how long it took me to finish up to here, and it took me 6 hours and 21 minutes. I'm hoping the second sock would be much quicker because my dad's birthday is in 3 days. Okay, so I am just going to finish the whole foot, and do a regular toe shaping.
여기서 김사라를 보게 될지 몰라.
너 아직도 세연 엄마한테 미루니? 몰라요. 심하죠? 품위 유지비라는 걸 좋거든요.
So this is the third day that I'm working on my sock present for my dad, and I have finished my first sock. It has not been blocked yet, but I'm just putting it on a sock blocker to let you guys see how it looks. The sock ended up being so soft. I tried it on yesterday and I really love the feel of the fabric. I am rushing to make the second pair because my dad's birthday is the day after tomorrow, so I basically only have 2 more days to make the other sock. I did dye myself yesterday and it took me around 9 hours and 5 minutes to finish the first sock, but it might be a little longer than the actual time that I spent knitting the sock because this is not based on a pattern. I just knit this as I go. I did have a vision of how I want the sock to look like, and it turned out pretty well. And go. So it's been 7 minutes. And I've only finished the cast on. Okay, so I'm at the 1 hour mark and I have a couple rows left for the rib. I think I finished my first sock for the ribbing at exactly 1 hour mark, so I am a bit behind. I am going to try and finish this entire sock by tomorrow, so I have to have at least up to the gusset by the end of this day. So I finished the whole rib for the second sock and it took me exactly 1 hour and 7 minutes. Okay, I'm going to continue with the leg part of the sock. It's now 9:30 and I have, this is how much I have for my second sock. Okay, so this is how much I have. I've put a few rows in for the instep and I think I only need like somewhere around 40-ish rows before I could start to shape the toe. So the plan is to knit until I fall asleep. Okay, so it does not help that this guy comes and play with my yarn for every 5 minutes or so. So this is how much I've gotten. It is now 13:14 and I have been knitting for 6 hours and 15 minutes. So this part I did in about 45 minutes. I managed to squeeze in around 20 rows, which ends up being like 2 minutes per row. So I still have around 20 something rows before I get to the toe shaping, but I have to sleep because I'm really tired and my head is spinning. Because I just woke up and I woke up kind of late. I am going to continue. Finished the whole thing. I've already waved and all the ends. I only cut like 10-15 minutes off of the last one. Anyway, I'm going to block both of the sock and hopefully it will dry by tomorrow. So it's officially my dad's birthday today and I have finished the socks. That's the other one, just hanging there. In total I knitted this pair of socks in more or less 4 days. I washed and blocked it and now it's dry. I used the 3x1 broken rib stitch for the whole thing except for the insole. I used reinforced heels. All in all, I have my notes right here. For the first sock, I started on 27th of February at 10 AM and finished on the 29th at 1 AM with total knitting time of 9 hours, 5 minutes and 48 seconds. And for the second sock, I started on 29th of February at 10 AM and finished on the 1st of March, which was yesterday, on 11 AM with a total knitting time of 8 hours, 48 minutes and 58 seconds. Sock 1 only took me 17 minutes longer than sock 2. Even though I unraveled once on the gusset part because I miscalculated the split, the middle split. I also had to like figure out the pattern as I go. So why I think sock 2 didn't take me as fast as I would like it to be. The amount of knitting time that I did for one sitting was like 3-4 hours at a time, which was not really good for my hand. The other thing, I knitted sock 2 with a 9-inch needle, which was the mini sock circular needle. I only figured out now that it take me longer to use the mini circular to knit sock because I timed myself. I think it's good for me to know because I always thought that doing the magic loop method would take me much longer, but with the 9-inch I kind of have like a restrained movement because the needle's so small that it's not as comfortable to hold in my hands as the longer ones. All in all, I am really happy with this sock. I am going to take a couple of pictures for my Ravelry page and then give it to my dad, and I hope he likes the sock. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Bye. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy birthday, Dad.